Blue skies, a little bit chilly. Temperatures in the 50s right now. It's supposed to go up into the 60s later today, but not much warmer than that. Might even rain. But the rest of the week we got 70s. That's like in the 22, 24 range for those of you who speak Celsius. Alrighty, let's spin around the National Cathedral where there's way too many kids. We'll probably run some over. Let's go over this way. Hey guys, so we're on our way down to the White House. We're going to stop at the new World War I Memorial and see what all the hubbub is about, since that just opened, not more than 48 hours ago. Anyway, it's a brisk spring day, and I'm going downhill, which is why I'm on a non-electric bike at the moment. But I do have speed bumps. I hate speed bumps. I hate them even more when I'm riding a bike. All right, let's see what we can see down here. So this is Massachusetts Avenue, Embassy Row, where all the embassies are located. Not all of them, but probably about a third to a half of the embassies are on this street or in the associated side streets. It's also the home of the Vice President's house. You guys have seen many times on our trips. This is the Greek Orthodox Cathedral, and looks like its Sunday morning services are in session. There's quite a few cars. In fact, they're parked out here, which is a no-no most of the week. But it's one of those things you get away with on a Sunday. I don't even know where the Vice President is this weekend. I think she's in town. Yep, Mr. Scooter, you had to stop at a stop sign. I, on the other hand, get to go by the Vice President's house on the sidewalk. And now we're into coasting mode. Oh, as are the Vatican and Finland. I've shown you those embassies before. Pretty trees today. Look at these. These are not cherry blossoms. These are bigger leaves. I don't know what those are. Dogwoods? Maybe they're dogwoods. This could be a dogwood too. I'm not sure though. Let me guess, you want me to stop and see? I think it's a dogwood. I think these are all dogwood trees. They have these big leaves. Maybe not. They sure have all bloomed. Like in the last couple days, they've all bloomed. Oh, they took down the Prince Philip thing. Yeah, I guess since the ceremony was yesterday, they've cleared that here from the British Embassy. Where's everybody going? Guess he is going to turn. Well, I'm going straight. And where are we at? So we're coming up to P Street. P as in Paul. And about, what is this, like 24th or so? I'm not really sure, to be honest. I just know where it goes. I don't know the number. I guess this might be 23rd. Yeah, 23rd Street. So 23rd and P is in Paul, northwest. This is a bridge over to Georgetown. P Street Bridge over to Georgetown. But we're not going to Georgetown today. We're going to the White House. This is a fire station. I wanted to point it out because it's an interesting development story. There was a 1960s era boring fire station here on this property. The government talked to the developers, and they're like, the developer said, we will build you a brand new fire station if you let us build on top of that property. So the government's like, brand new fire station. New development dollars, new property. Okay, deal. Now the city is looking at doing that all over the town. They just announced that they're going to renovate a couple other fire stations and a police station, making them open to developers in exchange for basically the air development rights. So, win-win, I guess. Huh. That's the Embassy of Senegal. Let's head down this way a bit. And the park is still closed. Which is a shame there's nobody home. Marine One doesn't arrive until like 9:30 tonight. Blair House is empty because the Japanese Prime Minister has left. But the park is still closed. Annoying. It's nice to go into the park. You feel connected when you can get closer to the reins of government. As a result, basically all the tourists have to crowd in this little 10-inch fence. Oh, here's the Korea woman. We haven't seen her in a while. So basically, the White House being closed for COVID means that all the tourists have to gather together in a small area where they can better spread COVID. Oh, there is one open slot on the other side. What? Hey guys, we're live here at the White House. A rollicking protest of one protester is out complaining about U.S. troops in South Korea, though she spells it with a C. Maybe that's just the way Koreans spell it. She's here all the time. But I haven't seen her in a few weeks. Maybe she has a day job. So we're at the White House. The president is away this weekend. The White House is basically empty. Amari, we are going to go for a walk. Walking over to the World War I Memorial. Oh, did I go live on YouTube? I didn't even know that. This is interesting. They're setting up a police tape. Secret Service is opening. Secret Service is doing something down here. Don't know what, but I think it means we got to cross the street. Maybe they're moving the fence. That would be nice. So this is, oh, they're doing something with fences over there. They're always doing stuff with fences. Why don't they take it down? That would be nice. I don't think they're taking it down. I think they're putting it up. Well, maybe not. They are taking it down. Bang. And they're removing the big cement barricade thingy too. Could it be that we might have Lafayette Park reopened today? That would be amazing. Oh, what do you think they're doing? Do you think they're building the fence? I think they're building a fence. Yep, they're putting the fence up. And they're adding new barriers and barricades. Really quite annoying. Hey guys, this is the new World War I Memorial here in Washington, D.C. There is an official American World War I Memorial in Kansas City, but this is the nation's capital World War I Memorial. Not to be confused with the District of Columbia's World War I Memorial, which is over on the mall. We can go see that in a little bit. This just opened on Friday. Let me just show you around a few of the things. Memorial. I think it only cost $42 million to do this. I'm not kidding. $42 million. Let's read what it says about the back here. Whether our lives or deaths were for peace and a new hope or for nothing, we cannot say. It is you who must say this. They say, we leave you our deaths. Give them meaning. We were young, they say. We had died. We have died. Remember us. Archibald MacLeish. So this is going to be a statue called the Soldier's Journey. But I don't think the statue is actually ready yet. It's underneath this sketching of a man going off to war and his loved one not wanting to let go, learning the ropes of training, and then going over the edge into battle for the first time. Seeing the horror of war as his comrades fall amongst him, trying to be rescued by nurses and his mates, the shell shock, the recovery, and then moving onward to the final battles, and then marching home as a proud victor to hand in his hat once again to his family and return to his life. But for now, it's just a sketch. The actual statue is not quite ready. Not sure what's going on today. So, walking past the White House, and I notice officer with his automatic weapon out, notice some other cops out, bike cops. I'm like, this is abnormal. So I talked to them. They're doing a drill, enhanced protection drill. So they are in a little heightened state here because they're putting in the new fence, but they've kind of surrounded the place with extra officers, slightly more intense than normal. There is a shooting, a DC shooting, up the road a bit. 3 guys in a car robbed somebody. And the new fence is up. Same as the old fence. Moving the big cement barriers around. Moving it back a bit. How's the fence crew? What his hurry is about. And here comes another one. In a bit of a hurry. And a bicycle cop. No, it's a DC police. They're at the intersection here of 17th and Constitution. And I see police stopped in both directions. Let's jog. Yeah, why not? Let's try not to look too suspicious, given that we're filled with batteries and cameras and microphones. Ice cream music. Not sure what's going on. Someone caught. Such is life. So this, guys, is the World War II memorial. This we're going to switch over here. This is the Battle of the Atlantic right here. These are men hearing of the news of the war, sending equipment over to Europe, and then the war bonds drive, and then the guys signing up for service, jumping in their trucks. Back home, Rosie the Riveter building the airplanes, and the North Atlantic convoys making their way over. The Bomber Command doing a strategic bombing campaign, and then D-Day, the airborne goes into action, and Omaha and Utah Beach, and then the battle across France, and then the counterattacks in the Battle of the Bulge and the seas of Bastogne. But then victory at the River Elbe when the Russians and Americans shook hands. Here at the World War II Memorial, just over by the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument. That was the European theater of operations. Let's cut over here and we'll do the Pacific theater. Also carved or cast in bronze sculptures down the side of the walls. A fateful day when everybody listened to their radio and heard the name of Pearl Harbor. Then the enlistment centers where people signed up, and then they shipped off to sea, getting on boats probably for the first time in their lives in many cases. On the home front, they were making torpedoes and planes and welding the ships. And on the farms, they were growing the fields, growing the crops in the fields. On the submarines, fighting the battles. The carrier air war throughout the Pacific. And then the landings began, island hopping across the chains. The bloody battles of Guadalcanal, Saipan, Iwo Jima, and Okinawa with huge casualties. But then the liberation of the POWs in the Philippines and other war camps, and then victory. Now around the memorial are the names of the different states and territories that sent troops from the United States. Also, I believe there's a place where they memorize the Allies too. This is the Pacific side. Over there is the Atlantic. But back behind this is another war memorial. The war memorial I just mentioned to you earlier, and the one that most people have never ever visited. So let's make our way back into the trees over there, where this hidden memorial exists. Everybody waiting their turn to get memoried at this, a war memorial. This is the war memorial for the World War I service of District of Columbia residents. So this is the Washington, D.C. War Memorial, not the Washington Nation's Capital War Memorial, but the war memorial for District of Columbia residents. And unfortunately right now there's a wedding night going on at this war memorial, so I can't really get you much closer than this. Not without, well, crashing somebody's wedding, which I don't really feel like doing. But this is sort of a hidden war memorial, buried here on the side of the National Mall. Way too many groomsmen, not enough bridesmaids. So we're gonna head over here and grab a bike, make our way up through Georgetown back to my house, where I'm gonna take off all this ridiculous winter clothing that I'm wearing right now, and we'll get on with the rest of our day. Okay, we're here and we found an electric, which is what I really want right now, because I've got to go up a hill. There we go. Lots of boaters out kayaking, fishing, hanging out. It is a very pretty day. It's just a tad chilly. A little bit below normal for this time of year. So this is the Dumbarton Oaks Museum and the library, research library. And back down here is the Wisteria house, which is the Dumbarton Oaks guest house, which we took a photo of the other day. Let's see what it looks like today with the blue sky. Still pretty. Daphne! Channeling my inner Bridgerton. So over here is the Georgetown flea market behind all these carpets that are drying themselves in the sun. And let's spin back in and see what we can find back in here. There's prints and giant elephant tables, American flags, toys, paintings, artsy-fartsy stuff. There's a camera guy here. I had to show this to my friend Ying Ying because she collects, she doesn't collect, she resells cameras. RetroCameraShop.com, which is a big Depop shop, RetroCameraShop.com. This guy is selling helmets and swords and sabers. So if you like that, check out Retro Camera Shop. It's on Instagram as well. God. Cheetah. Who wears cheetah? Wooden tennis rackets? I guess they still have those. I got some of those in my garage somewhere. Corner. There's more arts. If you want some art. They do have some Georgetown specific and Washington DC specific artwork here too. It's of rowing old maps of the city. Yeah, there's a Georgetown regatta. Georgetown's crew. So guys, we successfully made it back up the hill to the cathedral where the bells are ringing. I'm going to go home, grab some lunch. Thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe, like, comment. I'll keep showing you DC every day. Hope you enjoyed this. Bye-bye for now.